Hey guys, Gojo here. I am back with some more World of Tanks replays. And I say replays because I have a 2-for-1 for you today. The first one is here with the T92. There it is. Ooh, T92. Ooh, T92. Ooh, T92. Yeah, I should probably stop saying that now. Yes. T92, Tier 8 American light tank. Premium, new premium. And the second game I've got for you is the ELC Even 90, which is the Tier 8 French premium, the new one. If I'm honest, I know that the ELC game is pretty decent, but I can't really remember what happened in this one. I mean, I almost hit a Pershing on the move. And I've spotted a few people, the Batchat and the T3485M, get hit by the Batchat once because he's a little cock goblin. Artillery only stuns the Batchat, nice memes. But I'm going to make my move over towards this dune now to do what this T71's doing, but to do it more effectively so I don't get shot at. And our team is being retarded. Quite a nice clutch shot into the Type 64 there. This tank is actually good at doing that, little clutch shots and just a little flick of the gun, and you can sometimes hit stuff as well. Trying to poke over to see what I can shoot at. That Pershing tried to shoot at me and missed. There's a Skoda. Hit him on the move. That's the other thing it's good at as well, is hitting on the move. I actually track the Skoda. Put another one into him there as I'm backing up. And yeah, I don't think he's going to survive this. I know I can get two before he fires again. There you go. And he's just about to escape. And there's the Pershing. I auto-aimed onto him and got a shot into him. I'm not sure if I tracked him or not. I don't think so. He puts one into my tracks and it doesn't actually track me. It just gets absorbed by the tracks. And I'm putting a decent bit of fire into him here. And I'm staying on the move, keeping my momentum going, just to try and throw his shots off a bit. Make sure I avoid the rocks so I don't flip over. And he's now not looking at me, so I can just come over. There's one into him. There's two into him. And he's just not looking at me. There's three into him. And I should be able to pick him up. And there you go. And now I see that our C71's in a little bit of trouble with the T21. One onto the move. That was a bit of a risky shot because I could hit the T71 and my team there. But now I'm moving on to the T21. The T71 actually managed to take him out. Now you see here, I was going to say earlier my team was retarded. If you look at the map, let's make it as big as it can be. Most of my team decided to come to the middle. Okay? Stupid move. There's two artillery. There's a Scorpion G, an SU-100. If he's got the 122mm, he'll put 390 into you. You come anywhere near here, you're going to get fucked. The enemy's up near here and takes over this side, you're going to get fucked. Okay? Our team, I mean me and the T71 patrolled this bit, patrolled this ridge rather, and over here. And then the Tiger 1's only just pushing out of the base. We've still got a Borsig in the base, who's going to now defend against the enemy, who managed to kill most of our tanks that are in the middle, like absolute fucking nonces. I've got a full health T3485 over here with me as well. Oh, and a T43 back there. So we know the Scorpion's over here, and the Batchat's over here, and the T3485M's over here. T71's going to come up over here. I'm going to come up through this middle. There's going to be an SU-100 there. We know that for sure. He's not going to be over here. He might be over here. Unlikely. I think that SU-100 was a good player. He's more likely to be up around here like normal, and the T3485M is going to provide a bit of crossfire to people that are going to come behind him, shoot at people like me. Artillery could be over here, most likely over here now. It's just generally safer for them. I mean, we've got the enemy sort of pinned in over here if we take towards their base, but then we've still got the middle to deal with, which we can come at from this ridge up here. but we can be contested from over here and over here. Bit risky. Realistically, what we need to do is kill these guys first, keep these guys in this little dip, and then, you know, we can come at them from this side, stay at our base, and come up them from above. Seems pretty perfect, right? Well, that's the plan. These are things that I pick up on instantly. Well, not instantly, always. But in this game, I was picking up on it, thinking of where things would be. The back chat going back for the T71 was something I thought of late. I'm sorry. I know that you're both tier 6s, right, in a tier 8 game. But you're both firing gold. I mean, really? Look at the armour. Look at the armour that's on my team. A Borsig, me, a Tiger 1, a T43, a T71, an M12, a T30... They're all paper, you fucking twats. They're all paper. What the fuck are you doing? So, because the SU-100 was over there and the back chat was chasing after T71, as I was making my way over here, as I was getting shot, I decided to change my mind. The Tiger 1's come back, the Borsig's in the base. We've got... What scout is it that's over there? The MT25. Well, the enemies that are over here in this dip, we're better off pushing those first and then pinning these guys into a little bit of the map. Seemed the more reasonable thing to do at this point. So I'm gonna let the game go still. Nice shot on the S1 there, that was a bit lucky. Got 2 crits on him, I think one of those might have been an ammo rack. But as we can see, the bat chat's making movements towards our T43 and should be able to take him out. There you go, he traded a 1-for-1. Now there's a T3485 on our team over here, and I need to come and back him up. But I need to be careful because that bat chat's more likely to go for me if he sees me. That T3485. That was just a silly shot. That was a nice shot into him. Reloading to try and get another. Because the bat chat tried to turn away there to avoid being shot again. That gave me the time on the reload so I could try and shoot him again, but I missed. So now what we're going to do is, I mean, we've got most of them cornered in this area, and there's the bat chat over here. I'm going to move up. I want to try and get rid of that bat chat first before I push up for the artillery. But, you know, when RT sits out there, you've got to take your shots. Be careful of the Scorpion. I realise there's an M44 just sitting in the open. Back out behind the ridge. The gun depression on this thing is ridiculous. But what you notice there is I didn't hit the M44 because the tank was rocking on its suspension as I went backwards and then stopped. It does this quite often. It's something you need to get used to. You need to stop before you fire. And I put 1 into him, 2 into him, and then our ally M44 takes him out. So this bat chat is still making moves on the T34. I'm keeping that in mind as I'm eyeing up the minimap as well as looking for shots on this T3485M. I want to free up the Tiger 1, the Borsig and the MT25 as quick as I can on this side so that I can try and deal with the bat chat. But the bat chat kind of forced my hand for the T3485. That was a risky shot as well. I mean, these are going to be silly shots because there are houses in the way and I'm not going to be able to pen him through the houses. And realistically, I should have been looking there at the Scorpion, but I want to be careful still. The SU-100 could still try and get me, the Scorpion could still try and get me, or the bat chat. He's going to try and rush me down, isn't he? I'm on 29 health, he's got most of his health, he's got just under half of his health. And I see him coming in here, and I'm backing away, and I drop down the ridge. I saw there was a little bit there that I could drop down into. Quick shot at him. I knew that wasn't really ever going to hit. But now he's coming around to chase me. I'm just going to come back up, and if he comes back up, we've got the Borsig there, and we've got Tiger 1. We should deal with that SU-100, there you go. And then if he comes out a bit, then he should be able to deal with this bat chat as well. I'm worried that the bat chat wasn't actually going to follow me, and that he was going to stay down here. But the Borsig came down and spotted the bat chat running away. So, That's good news for me. Artillery missed, unfortunately. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, I think I lagged at that point. But I'm going to come into these bushes, see where he is, be ready to back away if need be. There you go. There's one. I used... You know what I said about the rocking? About it kicked my gun up. Also, when you're going forwards and you stop suddenly, it will kick the gun down. You actually get a little bit more gun depression when you do that. And I actually managed to pull it off on the batch out there. It's something I'm trying to perfect, where if you're on a bit of a hill and you go forwards and stop, then your gun dips just a degree or two. It's most likely a degree. Drops a degree just enough so that you're able to shoot over the ridge. Now I've hit the batch at and he's just going to come right in for me, I'm thinking at this point. So I back down off the hill again. The Tiger one just missed him there. And I'm coming up for this batch shot. Put one into him. I thought there might have been a little bit between those rocks that I was able to shoot. But at this point, I don't want to die. Just want him to be spotted. But it doesn't matter because the M12 takes him out. Now, not the best scouting game, you'll see. I only did 600 assistance. But I was a top tier tank. And actually, the rate of fire on this and the gun is actually pretty decent. This, shit, was it? It's 100mm? 90mm. No, it's not 90mm. I can't remember what gun this has. But it's a nice gun. Penetration can be a little bit low if you're facing against higher tier targets, but it's not too bad. You can get surprising pens and shots on the move, as you saw there. So yeah, just using my rate of fire against lower tier tanks and just doing damage was effective enough. It's a top tier. I can just out DPM the Pershing, the equal tier medium. To be fair, he didn't play that smart and he wasn't really paying attention to me at one point. But you know, your scout doesn't always just have to spot. It can do damage. They do have guns as well. Most of the time I just want to try and perfect the balance between getting as much spotting as I can and as much damage as I can in the same game. I don't want to just spot. I don't want to just do damage. I want to do a bit of both. So hopefully in the ELC Even 90, which is my next replay, you're going to see me doing a bit more of that, of the balance between spotting and damage. So I'm going to cut straight to that and then I think I've only got the battle results for this T92 game. I don't think I've got them for the ELC. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm going to show both games and then go to the battle results that I have. So yes. Next game. Okay, so here we are in the ELC Even 90 game. We're on, Fiery Salient, that's the one. It's an encounter game. And I'm on the wrong side to do what I would want to do to show off a nice spot to you. So basically, you know how everybody comes up to this spot in F1 or E1 rather? Yeah, E1, it's E1 isn't it? Everyone comes up to E1, spot over here, and in the middle. There's a nice place to counter people going up to here. In this spot here, like in F2, there's a few bushes on the outskirts of this little fieldy bit, as to where you can spot people running up to here so your team can shoot them before they actually get there. And my idea with this was to try and get to a position over this side similar to that, so that I can spot people trying to go up to here, people pushing down here still. So that T-34-85 went behind that bush, because I'm in a bush and he went through this bush here. I was technically double bushed, so I was able to shoot without being spotted by him. Now I move up to get another spot on him, and there you go, he's taken out already. As you can see, I've not spotted anything apart from the Even 90 and the Type 64 going up into these bushes here. And I actually get spotted by the AMX-12T doing a similar thing. There's another place, there you go, up there, so you can spot people from my side coming up to here. as well as this little bush over here. But the first shot, I managed to bounce a Panther M10 somehow. I genuinely don't know how. Then I get hit by the 12T, which was a mistake on his part, because that means I spotted him. Because I was up there, I also managed to spot this Type 64. So now that I know that I've been spotted, time to run away. Time to make haste and run away whilst my team gets shots at that 12T. Or at least that's what I'd hoped, but of course, we are on World Tanks EU. People don't know their arse from their elbow. They don't know that left click actually fires the gun. And when you point it at things, you can do damage to them. Imagine that! Imagine that! No, that's a bit harsh. Given the spotting assistance I'm going to get in this game, it's a bit harsh. So I'm going to come up to the middle, do some active spotting. There you go. I go right out to this very end, so I can always spot people over here, like that M4, M45. Most people would have cut around this crater sooner. I come out wider a bit, so I can get spots over there. So yeah, I've come into the middle now to do some active spotting on people like this T-34-1. We've got 2 artillery. We spot for people over here, and the people over here, and we should be Gucci. They're even 90 rushed over. I tried to get 2 into him. That was unlikely that they were going to hit, to be honest, but you know, they're worth the attempts. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And our 12T, rather foolishly, decided to go and chase him for some reason. But yeah. I see the ARL and people spotted over there. So what I do is I decide to park up over here near this Churchill. And using these bushes and coming up over here, I should be able to get shots on some of these people. Or at least I hoped that I would have been able to. Side of the Carnarvon. No, missed the first one. It's a bit of a dodgy shot, to be honest, and yeah, it's not really worth risking losing potential damage to artillery from. And then I see that the 12T is pushing our team, so I decide to move up, see what spotting I can get on him, if I can get any spotting on him, or any damage on him if I can. So he's starting to run away now, and I'm wondering if he's reloading. I auto-aimed onto him at that point, and I just about missed him. Then I cut out wide. Now, I start to cut out wide. I don't want to go too far into a Panther M10, which I know is over there, and some potential other tanks that can be hiding in these bushes over here. And he had to avoid that T-34-85. Now, he could have come this way, or he could have gone out that way. Either way, because I'm auto-aimed on him, I would have been able to hit him. So, came out wide to do that, and to avoid being hit, and to keep my momentum. And actually spot that Panther M10, who is in fact a good player. You wouldn't think about it though. Well, you wouldn't think about it. You wouldn't think it, given that he's sitting at the back of the map with a fist up his own arsehole. But get a bit of spotting on him. Get a bit of spotting on the Type 64 as well. Oh, he's gone into the base. Okay. And I get a little bit on the ELC Even 90. And the M12 actually took out the Type 64 that was going into the base. And I got a little bit of spotting for that. Now this Even 90 is presenting a slight problem. He's rushed over to our side to go and kill a Churchill, and I was worried that I was going to be spotted by him at that point. And you can see me pinging the map. I mean, the T-34-85M should have been able to hit that Even 90. The Cheery in the KV-3 should have been able to hit him. He stopped. Right, he stopped to take out the Churchill. How the fuck they didn't hit him is beyond me. So at this point I'm pinging at them to kill him like that, and then to move up with me and this Panther to go for the Panther M10. Now, at this point, I know that Panther M10 is more likely than not going to spot me before I spot him. But I have 626 HP. I know I'm in a light tank, but use it, yeah? You've got HP. If you're going to win a flank, use it. Use your HP. Why not? If your team can advance and you can push, use your HP, yeah? And I'm fast and small. It's unlikely he's going to kill me, especially when I have a Panther with me as well. But I actually outspot him because he's on the move. Now I'm going to keep going. Hmm. Why, Wargaming? Why are there little fucking ridges like that you can wipe yourself out on? Huh? Why? Why are they there? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, I was going to keep my momentum to keep going so I wouldn't get shot by that Panther M10 and to bait him out for the Panther and the Chi-Ri and the KV-3 that are finally deciding to move up. But I almost do a barrel roll. And so yeah, I survived that. So now I know there's a dip here. I'm going to go into that. He's going to come up to here. He should get shot at. I actually managed to... I've auto-aimed on him at this point. When I'm in a light, I quite like to do that. So I've done that, and he's already been shot. And I put one into the Panther. He's put one into me, which actually ammo wrecks me, and I dodge his second shot. So I repair my ammo rack, and I keep him on the move. And I actually managed to spot the Lorraine and that AMX M445 at this point. But I also know there was a T34-1 over here at one point, but there is somebody in the cap. I don't know if that's that T34-1. I poked the ridge to check, and yep, the T34-1 is in fact the one in the cap, as far as I understand it. So that AMX M445 just got wrecked royally. I got 1200 assistance on him. Now I know that the Lorraine's over here, and most likely the GW Panther is as well. But there's a T150 over here. That confused me, I'm not going to lie to you. I auto-aim on him. I take one hit so I can do a bit of damage. That's no problem with me. Artillery aimed at me and missed. I put one into the artillery. I get hit by the Churchill by the Firefly pulling out. That's a bit unfortunate. The M12 takes out the artillery, and did you see that? Our other artillery, the SU-14-2, actually just got a Bombardier's medal because it took out the STRV-74 and the Firefly. I'm going to rewind a little bit so you can see that. There you go. There's the Churchill. I've got Churchill stuck on my head. There's the T150, right? I spot him. I decide I can do damage to him. I got 200 alpha. 220 alpha, I think, on this as the average. I can shoot him. He's not going to hit me for that much, okay? He's not going to hit me for above 200. But I can hit him for above 200. So that's fine. That's a trade I'm fine with making. I actually get set on fire by the Chi-Ri, and at this point, I move up, right? I know there's a little dip. Just a fraction of a dip in here on this track that I can go into. So they're actually harder for them to shoot me. So most... They have maybe... Oh, I've cocked this up royally. The most of what they would be able to shoot at me is a little bit of the top of my hull and my turret. Alright, artillery misses. I'm going to put one into him. But the Firefly hits me as I'm pulling out, as I'm coming over this ridge to come back to where I was. The STRV was spotted as well as artillery. So all four of them that were in that corner just got spotted. The M12 takes out the GW Panther. So he's wiped out. There's three of them left. There's the Lorraine, there's the Firefly, and the STRV, okay? The Firefly hits me. Now, as far as I'm aware, that Firefly stays at that HP, and that STRV's got 200 or so. Oh, the STRV just got shot. He's on a fraction less. The Firefly's on a fraction less. There you go, 266. And you can hear the arty shell up here somewhere. And boom. SU-14-2 took out the STRV and the Firefly. Fed him the Bombardier's medal there. And I tell you what, why not? Him and that M12 have had a very good game. Whatever I've spotted, they've shot at. And I think this Lorraine's given up, if I'm honest. I've spotted him. Got some assistance on him. There's a T34-1 over here. Can I get some shots into him? I put one into him, and I managed to track him. The second one goes into the floor. And the final one, we low a bit roll. We low a bit roll. We low a bit roll. Oh my god, I've done it again. We roll a bit low. Only 196, but we've got him tracked there, so we're going to get the assistance on that anyway, hopefully. Because if you look at this point, I've done 1300 damage and just under 5k. Excuse me, I've got terrible hiccups. Just under 5k assistance. Hopefully somebody's going to be able to shoot him. And I'm moving up to try and spot him. There you go, managed to spot him. And would you look at that, the SU-14-2 just picked him up. So there you go. That's a better balance that I try to aim for with my light tanks. I've got 5k assistance and 1300 damage. I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? I've helped the team out quite a lot. If you look at my gun mark percentage, I've gone up 4%. I had to maintain what I was. I had to do like 2,200. I did 5,600 combined. That's the combined of spotting and of assistance and damage done. So yeah, I've just started to learn the even 90 to be able to do this. Just do a bit of damage and mostly spotting. With the T92, I genuinely believe I can balance the both to do equal spotting and damage. Or like this, I can do quite a bit of spotting in the T92 and a bit less damage, but while still doing a decent amount. But as you saw in that other game, the previous game in the C92, you can actually see scouts aren't always just for spotting. Alright? You can do damage in your scouts. Obviously you have to have the right matchup for it, but you can do damage in your scouts. Don't always think, I'm in a light tank, I have to spot. I have to find a bush, I have to camp. You don't. You can do your active spotting in the middle. That's actually where I got most of my spotting from this middle and from pushing through over here. Once I pushed through here and used my HP, don't be scared of using your HP either, you know what I mean? It's a Panther M10, he's going to do 150 damage a shot. He's got a fast reload, but I'm a small tank and I'm maintaining my movement. It's not going to be easy for him to hit me. I took one hit from him. Yeah, it hit my ammo rack, so what, I can repair that. That's no worry. You take the hit, you draw him out so your team can hit him and you can hit him. That's all you need to do. Just use some of your hit points. Stay moving. It's pretty important. That's one thing you've got to be able to do. Be able to drive properly whilst you're still going quickly. I would have been fine over there, apart from those retarded little bumps. I don't know what the fuck they're there for. Just a random arse crack in the middle of the fucking whatever. But yeah, maintain your movement. Makes it hard for people to hit you. Make sure that your movement is actually unpredictable, otherwise people can try and lead you. But yeah, active spotting, I still maintain it's probably the best way of spotting. Camming in a bush is only good. It's only so good as long as some retard decides to drive in front of you. You're actively spotting. You can spot people that are camping. You can. It's not going to be easy, of course, but you can do it. And yeah, use a little bit of your HP. If it makes sense to use a bit of your HP, then do it. Alright, that Panther M10 made sense to do it. We've taken 1 and 2 of the 1 and 2 lines on the map, and we can push into this side where they spawn. Alright, you normally have people over here, you normally have people over here, then you can get shots into the hill. Your team will control this bit, and this bit. It will keep them in a tiny little fraction over here. It made sense to do it. So just keep an eye on the minimap. Look for little places where you can go. You can dart in between people. You can dart in between people. And yeah, you just got to look to make your move when you can do it. What tanks are going to come with you? Fair play to the Panther. He came with me. And you know what? Fair play to artillery players. They played amazingly well. Whatever I spotted, they seemed to shoot at. I mean, that's all it is. You just gotta make sure that you control the engagement that you're facing. That's pretty much it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you liked this. Leave a dislike if you didn't like it. And tell me in the comments why you didn't like it and where you think I can improve. Even if you did like it, tell me where you think that I can improve. Even if it is just shutting up a bit quicker. But yeah, you know, any other games you want me to play, hit me up, tell me what you think. But yeah, post-battle results, away you go.